Hello, my friends, and welcome to another one of Miss Claire's instructional videos. Today we are going to be talking about substitution. So, when we are substituting into expressions or equations, we are given situations like evaluate the expression when p equals 5, f equals 3, and d equals 0.5. So, let's jump into the first one. If we have p plus 4, we know that our p is 5, so we can plug that in. I like to plug them in with parentheses, so that makes it clear what operation we are performing. And that'll come in handy in questions 2 and 3. So this just says 5 plus 4. And that gives me a 9, because that was just a level 1 problem. And we solved it. So here we have 4f plus p. So that 4f, that's multiplication. That's a level 2 problem. And the addition there is a level 1 problem. So we can plug in 3 for f and 5 for p. So we have 4, and then the f is a 3 plus 5. So remember, when we don't have any operation between a number and parentheses, that means we have multiplication. So this is 4 times 3. That gives me 12. That is my level 2 gone. And then plus 5. So that's 17. That's my level 1 gone. Circling our answer. Lastly, we're going to do one with a square root. So here we have the square root of 30 df. So our d is 0.5. We want to plug in 0.5. And our f is 3. So we want to plug in a 3 for our f. Then, so remember, this is grouping. So all of the square root is a level 4. And then inside, we have a level 2 and a level 2 because that's all multiplication. So we have the square root of 30 times 0.5. That gives us 15. That's our first level 2. And then we have that times 3. That gives us square root of 45. And that's exact. That's as specific as we need to be right now. Next, we are going to do this with a table. So if I want to plug in these values, this is saying that x is going to be equal to 0, 1, and 3 at some point. So we go one at a time. We want to plug it into this equation, 2x plus 5. So 2x, that is a level 2 operation because it's saying 2 times x. And then the addition is level 1. So we have 2 times 0 plus 5 for that first one. We're just plugging 0 in for the right now. So 2 times 0 is 0. And then plus 5. And that gives us a 5. So we're going to take a pause. I want you to finish filling out when x is equal to 1 and 3. Sub those in. And then when we come back, I'll have those solved, and then we can work on the next one. All right, welcome back, my friends. And we can check our answers here. Showed all the work over here. But make sure that you got a 7 and an 11. If not, pause and see what we did differently. So now we're moving on to plugging it into equations. So on the rectangle on the right, we want to let L be 6 and W be equal to 2. So I'm going to plug that in right here. What is the area? And we use the algorithm for the formulas. So if I want to find the area, I'm going to circle the area equation because that's one that I'm going to be using. This keeps getting bumped. So now I want to say, well, I need the length and the width. I need the L and the W. My L is equal to 6. My W is equal to 2. So I'm going to shorten area to A and say that that is equal to 6. This is why it's important that it's in parentheses, because otherwise we might not necessarily know that that's multiplication. But now we can see parentheses next to each other. That also means multiplication. So we have 6 times 2. So our area is equal to 12. So our area is 12 units squared. I'm going to change up the color for this next one because they want us to use the steps to find the perimeter. So to find the perimeter, we use the equation 2L plus 2W. So we have a level 2 problem there, a level 1 problem there, and a level 2 problem there. So we plug in our 6 and our 2 for our length and our width. So our perimeter is equal to 2 times 6 plus 2 times 2. That gives us P is equal to 2 times 6 is 12 plus 2 times 2. Taking it one at a time, P is equal to 12 plus 2 times 2 is 4. So P is equal to 16, because 12 plus 4 is 16. So it's 16 units. And that is our number sentence. So here's our last problem that we'll be working on. Bart was delivering newspapers every morning. Each day he delivers papers to his customers. He earns $14. What would the algebraic expression that represents his total earnings based on the number of days look like? Bart delivered newspapers for 8 days, so how much money did he earn? So the first thing that we're going to want to do is write the expression that matches the situation. You're going to be presented with a few options. I will let you look at those, and then we will come back. We are back, and if we want to think about how you would write this, we have $14 for every day. So if Bart worked for 1 day, then that would be 14 times 1. If he worked for 2 days, that would be 14 times 2, right? That would be 14 plus 14. If we worked for 3 days, that would be 14 plus 14 plus 14. So we would do 14 times D. I don't need to write that multiplication there, because if I'm saying I have 14 days, that's the same thing as multiplying. So I want you to finish up the rest of this problem, rewrite the expression by replacing the variables with the given values, so that 8 days, and follow the order of operations. Once you're done with that, come to myself or Mr. Myers for a sticker. Thank you. Congrats on finishing the unit, and I will see you in the next unit in the next instructional video.